Hello friends, this is Margaret from Alabama Prepper. Went out to the garden yesterday and picked the peas, and I picked a 5-gallon bucket and a half. Got them shelled last night, put them in the refrigerator. I want to show you how I put up my peas and beans. I did it the other way where they heat them up, they put them through cold water, they blanch them. I used to do that, but I was pouring all my nutrients out. So for the last 20 years, when I put up my peas and beans, whether I put them in the freezer or I put them in jars, when I blanch my peas and beans, which this is blanching, when I blanch my peas and beans, I put enough of water in them, of course. Now these will go in jars, but you can do the bags the same way if you want to. I put enough of water in them to have plenty of juice in them. I will bring these up to a boil, and when I bring them up to a boil, I will boil them for 3 minutes. This is called hot pack. I have my jars over here getting hot. These jars were washed and sterilized in the dishwasher, but because I'm doing a hot pack, which is my beans are going to be hot, so I need my jars hot, so when I put them in my pressure canner, it's also hot. They all about the same temperature. You don't want to put cold beans on hot jars, or either hot jars with cold beans, because it'll bust your jars. But anyhow, I'll boil this, get it up to a boil, and boil it for 3 minutes. The reason I do this is because if you don't boil your beans for at least 3 minutes, your beans or your peas, and you put them in your jars, those beans keep swelling, and they'll take up your liquid that's in your jars and cause you not to have any liquid. So I'm going to bring these up to a boil, and whenever they boil for 3 minutes, I'll bring you back and show you how I fill my jars to get them ready to go in the pressure cooker. Okay, we have our peas is heated up for 3 minutes. As always, when you pick your peas, go through them, get the bad ones out. Wash them. I wash mine about 3 times. So you see all that, how it looks like it's dirty looking. That's your nutrients and everything. You don't want to wash that off. You can put it in your you can put it in the jars like that, or you can ooh, that's hot. You can put it in the freezer. Just keep your nutrients in it. Now I'm only, let me see if I can. Leave enough of space, and I'm gonna try to pick this up. Let me do just a little bit more. Okay. I am only filling up my beans, and this is probably going to be hot, to about right here. I'm leaving that much space in my jar. I'm filling the rest of it up with the juice all the way up to the 1-inch headspace. The reason I'm doing this, and the reason that I cooked my beans, my peas and my beans, if I was doing beans, for 3 minutes, is because your peas and beans, when you blanch them, if you leave this juice in here, when you blanch them, your peas will draw up. Your peas are being swelled up. This is a jar that I done this year already. Fill my peas up to about right here. Fill the rest of it up with the liquid. And my peas drew this much of the liquid down. Last year, I put up in pints. And I did not let my beans and peas cook. Therefore, it drawed up all of the juice. It's all right to eat. You don't want, whenever I open these, I take all of this black off. It's nothing wrong with it. It just looks bad. But it didn't have enough of juice. Or it probably had enough of juice, but I filled the peas all the way up to the 1-inch headspace. And the beans took all the juices. They swelled up and took all the juice. So you want to be sure that you leave enough of juice so that when your beans and peas swell up, they won't take all your juice. So that's why I only fill up to a certain height, and then I put juice with the rest of it. Doing it this way, and leaving your liquid in it without washing it off, it tastes good. It lasts for a long time. When I was growing up, or after I got married, when I started canning, we used to take our beans and we'd blanch them and wash everything off of them and put them in cold water and put them in the bags. I did not realize how much was going to waste. So I've been doing this for about, doing this way probably for about 20 years. And the beans, our peas, whichever one I'm putting up, when I put them up in the freezer, I've eaten them 3-4 years after that. I haven't done it here lately because it don't seem like it. It seems like I guess my family's growing. It takes more food. But this is a good way to put it up. You can, like I say, you can put it in the freezer. But cool it. When you get through cooking it in this, set it aside. Set it under your ceiling fan. And let it completely cool, and then bag it up in your bags, put it in your freezer. Use this juice whenever you put them up, and it's just as good. But I think you'll like it. I think you'll really see a difference in the taste of it. I don't put too much. We love it. It takes a little bit more time, I'm pressure cooking mine. Pressure cooking them. If you're pressure cooking in pints, you have to let them pressure cook at 10 pounds of pressure for 45 minutes. If you're cooking them in pints, you have to pressure cook them. At the pints is 45 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. Quarts is 50 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. So I can most of my vegetables in the quarts because my family's just getting bigger. And I don't know what I've done. We can open a couple of jars on Sunday for dinner. They're already done. We love canning in the jars. Put your lids on. Debubble. Oh, I've got to put salt. I'm sorry. Use a teaspoon of salt for quarts. This is canning salt. A teaspoon of salt for quarts, and a half a teaspoon for pints. So we want our salt in there, and this is canning salt. And we're going to stir that around. And we're going to wipe our tops one more time. When you put them in your pressure cooker, be sure you check your lid. My pressure cooker's got 3 quarts of water plus 3 tablespoons of vinegar. White vinegar. The vinegar is to keep your jars and lids from turning cloudy. It's already getting hot, so my jars are hot. I won't be putting them in. I won't be putting them in cold water. I've had heated my lids. What's wrong with that lid? No, it's not going to come out. I had heated my lids and got them hot. My rings, I had already went through the dishwasher and heated them up. So we're going to go ahead and get the lids on these. We're going to get them on the pressure cooker. On your pressure cooker, before every cooking, check your lid. Make sure that nothing is stopped up. Check your steam vent. Make sure it's not stopped up. Check your gasket. Make sure nothing has happened to your gasket. I oiled my gasket the last time I used it. Check everything. Make sure it works okay. Now we're going to put these in the pressure cooker and we're going to let it come up to steam. Since I thought I was going to have 6 jars and I don't. What I'm going to do, and this is what's recommended, when you don't have a full cooker, is to put, I'm going to put a jar. This come off my salt. Since this won't come apart, and I don't know why, I'm just going to put it on there. This will just be an extra jar to have in there to kind of fill up my pressure cooker a little bit. It recommends that you have a full cooker, but since I only have 4 quarts, I'm going to put it in there. Now we've got it coming up. We've checked. I have checked my cooker. I have made sure everything was okay. The vent was open. Nothing constricting the gasket. We're going to put it on the cooker. Dang, it has a mind of its own. There it is. Okay, we're going to watch this little thing here. We're going to watch our steam vent. And we're going to make sure we're going to let it steam for 10 minutes. And after it steams for 10 minutes, well, then we'll put our gauge on it. We put our gauge on it. We will let it cook. We'll come up to 10 pounds of pressure. And since it's quarts, we will let them cook for 50 minutes. When they get through cooking at 50 minutes, we will let it come all the way back down to 0. We will let it sit there for about 10 minutes. We'll come in and we'll take the lid, unloosen the lid, but not open it, but kind of tilt it towards us so that some of the hot steam can come out, and we'll let it sit there for about 5 minutes. Then we'll come in and we'll take the lid off of it, and then we'll remove our jars. So when we get to that process, I'll get back with you. Okay, we've took our jars out. You can see we still have some juice in them. Our peas have not swelled up, but now they will swell up some more. once you set them, once they sit here, they will swell up a little bit more and they will take some of the liquid out. But by doing it this way, you have plenty of liquid. That way, you will have beans, peas that come out this way instead of coming out this way, if you can though. Believe me, we've eaten plenty of these. I just take the dark ones off the top of them. As long as they seal, they're fine. Now, this is the way that I do it, because this is what we like. You can use this method also by putting your beans or peas up in the freezer. Cook your peas, put your liquid in them, cook them, your peas or beans, and put them on the table under a ceiling fan and completely cool them. And then you can take them, put them in the bags, and put them in the freezer. The taste is so much better. I think you'll really like it if you try it. Better than washing everything off of it like the old-timey way is that we do it. Try it. I hope you like it. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed my video. Hope it'll help you in more canning beans and peas. We processed them for 50 minutes because they were in quarts. So I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to us if you haven't subscribed. Thank you so much to all the subscribers that we've got. We've really gained a lot of subscribers in the last few weeks. God is blessing us. He's blessed our nursery, blessed our garden. And I am tired, but I am thankful for what we're getting. So I hope this will help you. Hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you so much. And God bless you. They're already filling. God bless you, and you have a good day. Bye-bye.